Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone had a great week. Life has been pretty hectic over the last several days. You may have felt like you were super busy the whole time and at the same time felt like you didn't get much accomplished at all. So there may have been periods where you felt time was going by extremely quickly, while other times it felt like time wasn't moving at all. And you may have even experienced this within the same day. Maybe in the morning, things felt like they were flying by. And then by the time you hit the afternoon, it's just creeping. For me, myself, there were a couple of times where I would look at the clock and I felt like at least a half an hour or more went by and 2 minutes went by. So it was kind of a weird week for me with that weird time stuff. But let's see. You may have even experienced a feeling of magic, right? It just also had times and moments throughout the week where it just kind of felt like there was this magical energy around. You may have seen some wonderful manifestations in your life, lots of intense energies, good or bad, around relationships of all kinds, money and self-esteem. You may have even been making some important decisions. Maybe you were launching new projects, maybe you launched a business, or you were taking action steps towards goals that you've set for yourself. You may have had periods of optimism, courage, support, changing your mind, taking some risks. Maybe there were some surprise opportunities that popped up as well, new pursuits and hobbies that maybe you started getting into as well. Physically, you may have had periods of high energy and then periods of really low energy, or it could have all again simultaneously happened in the same day where you wake up, you're feeling really awesome, you're feeling super great, you've got a lot of physical energy, and then within a couple of hours, you're just like, I got to take a nap. Or it could be the other way where you just really felt like you didn't get much sleep at all, and you wake up in the morning and you're feeling groggy, lethargic, and then by the time you get up, then things start to get going, and then you have high energy. Some of the other physical things that you could have experienced were a ringing in the ears, night sweats, very vivid dreams, just very, very vivid, and so vivid to the point where maybe you were feeling almost like you were aware that you were in a dream and dreaming, so it felt like you didn't get any sleep because you were aware of the fact that you were in a dream. Maybe you also had some bouts of nerve pain mixed in with cold body aches as well. Emotionally, you may have experienced peace, happiness, excitement, anticipation, sadness, grief, frustration, guilt, shame, anger, and annoyance. So lots of different things going on this last week. We began a new 28-day moon cycle on December 13th that lasts until January 9th. This is the rhythmic moon of equality. The descriptive words are organize, balance, and equality. And I'm going to read to you the description of this energy that's in the galactic calendar created by Sky Time. I didn't forget this time like I did last week. So let me just read this to you really, really quickly. And just look how pretty this calendar is. It's super neat. It's probably upside down. But okay, so the rhythmic moon. And what it says is, all life on Earth, including the rhythms of our body, are influenced by the rhythms of ever-changing combinations of celestial movements. Daytime, for example, offers high energy of the sun for outward exertion and communication. Nighttime, conversely, welcomes the deepening of intuition, supporting expansive internal processes. By noticing the fluctuations of nature, we can receive the support of its cycles to enhance our endeavors. As we give attention to our personal rhythms, we can actualize deeper levels of organic balance, both physically and emotionally. A sense of balance can be achieved by accepting that life is a process, an ongoing motion requiring dynamic organization and reorganization, a sacred juggling act. When we organize the elements of our life, we invite efficiency and functionality into our reality. Organization assists us to streamline and coordinate, producing greater ease and equilibrium. May we respect the various aspects of maintenance as the foundation which supports the art of our life. Through the eyes of equality, all moments equally contribute to the sacred balance of our lives. We are reminded that this too shall pass and this too shall return. May we see all beings in the light of equality, finding innovative ways to enact ever greater balance with the web of life. So with this energy for the next 28 days, you really could be organizing the things in your life. You could be balancing things in your life, whether it's balancing work life, balancing, your diet, your exercise. You're maybe going to even look at the equality in your life. So maybe you have some relationships that are out of balance. They're not equal. Maybe you're giving more than you're receiving, or maybe you're receiving more than giving. So all of these things are going to be coming up over the next 28 days in order for you to become more organized, to become more balanced, and to become more equal within yourself and within the universe, your life, everything, basically everything. Okay, so let's get into what you can expect from tonight, December 19th through to December 26th as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. General themes. We have some powerful energies playing a significant role in our lives this week, like the solar eclipse on Christmas Day for some and on December 26th for others, depending on where you live. We are still in the energies of the portal activations, especially the 12/12, which will be accelerated on 12/21, with those energies finally subsiding around December 31st. And if you've been experiencing weird time anomalies, feeling like you're in a different world or immersed in the here and now, you're going to see that increase. I guess the best way that I could say it is the twilight zone, or maybe you're just feeling off in some way. What is happening is timelines are merging into oneness, meaning all the aspects of your soul living parallel lives in other dimensions and realities, past, present, and future, are all becoming one. So you can awaken to who you really are, and it takes time to realize the big picture of what is happening to you. But with each passing day, you will understand more clearly what exactly is going on with you, why you're having to maybe purge and face all the things from your life leading up to this point that might have been challenging and difficult. So it's a lot of emotional purging. It's a lot of things being cleared away out of our lives that no longer serve us for our highest good. And it's really about making a choice to follow the path of the light and service to others, or follow the path of the dark to service to self. And ultimately, you will know the truth of what is going on in our solar system that has been hidden from you for your entire lifetime. So there's lots of revelations that are going to be coming forth over the next several years. And I feel like 2020 is really the jumping off point for that. This week, you may feel ambitious and have the energy to see things through to the end. You may encounter a few tests from the universe to gauge how badly you want to succeed. Do not give up, right? Do not give up. It's when we set an intention and when we set goals for ourselves, there's always an obstacle or a challenge that will pop up almost immediately. And it really is a test of like, do you really want this bad enough? Do you really want to be your own business owner? Okay, well, are you going to be able to stay the course? Are you going to not take one mistake or a failure as a defeat and just quit, right? So something will always come up to kind of test you. And I feel like this is going to be coming up this week, especially if you are forging ahead with plans and ideas. And I'm getting for some of you that there is a strong need to allow yourself new adventures, new ideas, and new approaches to life. You just need new, 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 new. Some of you have been so stuck in stagnant energy and just isolated yourselves, and you're not living, you're afraid to try things. I mean, even something simple as a new restaurant, right? So really take a look at those things and allow something new. Take one action step into the direction of something new. Just one little one, and that will carry a huge momentum for you in 2020. There may also be issues and tests coming up with trust, privacy, your intuition, miscommunication, agreements, basically agreements being broken, and disappointments around things not being as good as you believed. Sorry, I'm a little bit cold, okay? So I'm in Florida, and Florida is always nice and warm. Even during the winter months, it's pretty comfortable. And today was a cold day, and I'm like chilled to the bone. So I feel like I'm sitting here shaking. I really wish I would have like some hot chocolate right now. Okay, anyway. Issues that you healed from the past could bring about some happy manifestations in your life. Along with hard work that you've put in, you could see shakeups in love, money, security, identity, self-expression, and self-esteem, along with major healings. You'll see an end in sight or the light at the end of the tunnel to any challenges that may pop up for you this week. Big news and or signs of big changes to come in areas of your perception, opinions, work, career, income, authority, bosses, fathers, and anything connected to those things that I just talked about out in the world. And a message coming through for everyone that I was told to absolutely share is to remind you that you are divinely protected. And I feel like somebody might need to hear that more than others, but we are all divinely protected. Work, for those of you employed, it's a combination energy here this week of receiving lots of support at work from coworkers or your boss, while at the same time dealing with frustrations because there may be someone throwing up obstacles and making the workflow more challenging. And this person just seems to want to make life difficult and could be doing it deliberately, while some may be doing it unknowingly. It just depends on your situation. Make sure that person isn't you. And for some of you, I just feel like it's your boss. Work, for those of you that are looking for a job, some of you may finally hear back from a place that you applied to a while ago. I feel like a few companies will be doing callbacks right before Christmas as a way to give you hope, right? It's just a way to give hope. And there will be a few of you dealing with delays and obstacles due to the interviewer or person in charge of hiring throwing up obstacles, and it's going to be that person that's a pain at work, right? Stay calm, cool, and collected, giving rational reasons as to why you should be hired. And I feel like that will work in your favor and you will get hired. Love, for those of you in committed relationships and dating seriously, I'm receiving messages of love and affection for most. Those of you unhappy, I feel like this is a time that you're really evaluating your next move and whether or not you will continue on in this relationship after the new year. I do feel some of you are making plans to leave once you are in the new year. I feel like you're waiting for the holidays to pass. And some of you may be dealing with a mother-in-law who is getting too involved or pushy in your relationship. Feel like maybe the mother-in-law is stirring up some drama there. And then others could be dealing with a third party, possibly a child, or maybe even like a secret affair or something. Those of you that are single and looking for love, I feel some of you need to let the women in your life know that you're single and looking. I feel some will be meeting someone new and very interesting, possibly through an older woman. And lastly, I feel someone new bursting into your life who is full of life, full of adventure and that you have a lot in common with. So make sure that you're still actively out there. If you get some invites with friends to Christmas parties, go. You never know who you're going to meet. Finances, I feel increase for some while others are working through issues of overspending or penny pinching. Practice moderation and balance, right? Because that's what we're going to be doing the next 28 days. Health, overall, I feel like everything is going well for most everyone. And then some of you need to take action to improve your health. Take control of your health through a lifestyle change. I also feel fertility. So some of you may be getting pregnant very soon, especially if you've been struggling. And I also feel a small handful of you may need to go see a female practitioner to help sort out your issues. And the way that I'm interpreting this is if you've been going to a male doctor and haven't seen improvements, then I feel like it's time to seek out a female doctor and to trust your gut. You know, don't overthink it. Just go with your initial intuition when you're doing research on what doctors out there that are women. And this has nothing to do with the sexes. I think this message is probably for somebody specific that I feel like you're being guided or led in that direction so that you actually end up getting the help that you need. Spirituality, someone may try to convince you or dominate you spiritually by making you believe they have all the answers. Lots of creative energy flowing through you this week to help you create. Remember that you are part of creation itself, the creator, and you are powerful in love and creation, and you could do anything that you set your mind to. Anything, anything, anything. So just pursue whatever is in your heart. That wraps up this week's intuitive messages. Let me get into tonight's caller. I have Sue in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Rebecca. I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I think I got to turn up my volume. Hopefully it doesn't give too much feedback. How can I help you tonight, Sue?
I have, I don't even know how to say it. I have had a rocky situation happen, and I'm bettering it. I'm in the process of bettering it. But I've had some spiritual things go on in the middle of this, and I was wondering if you could help me with that.
So I heard everything up to the last thing I could hear you was in the middle of you're getting yourself out of whatever issue you're dealing with, and there's something else that you're in the middle of.
Right. There is some. There was a death involved with the situation. And I was just wondering if you could tell me anything about that.
You're just wondering what?
I just came out of a rocky relationship, and there was a death involved in the relationship turning rocky and ending. And I was wondering if you could tell me anything to do with that.
With the death or with the...
Yeah, with that being involved in the situation.
I guess I need just a little bit more clear. You want to know how the person died or why the person died or what your role was
what
in
role
it?
is it? What roles, strong roles that it played in the ending of the relationship?
What role the death played in the ending of the relationship with this person? Okay.
Right.
Well, I think to me it feels like this was to set you free. I feel like it's all about movement and change for you internally and externally. And I feel a connection to travel, and I feel like maybe this is supposed to get you moving, and now there's going to be less strain and less stress and less like it just feels like there was this dark cloud connected to that relationship. Um, the person, if you give me, can you tell me what the person's first name is? Because I just want to kind of see if I can connect with that person and pick up on more information.
Tyler.
Tyler.
Right.
Okay. Was there, I just feel like there was like this, that whole situation.
I'm understanding you, and
Okay,
you're
yeah,
making sense.
okay, yeah, I don't want to, I'm just trying to be careful with my choice of words. It just feels so toxic. And I feel like there was a lot of, I just keep getting drugs. So I don't know if it was prescription medications due to a connection there, but I just feel like there was a lot of, I just feel like nothing would have changed. You would have just
Right.
stayed,
Right.
you you would have kept trying to do everything that you could to support and help. Like you would just be stuck, and I feel like you would never, nothing would have ever changed. And
Right.
it's
Right.
almost, it feels a little bit of a like a sacrifice on Tyler's part, but at the same time it was like setting you free and setting himself free, and it needed to
You,
happen. It was
you,
important.
right. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It,
just know there's lots of love coming to you. Uh, and basically, what I'm getting is that there's more clarity now that he's passed, and there's a lot of um, love and a lot of apologizing. There's almost, it's an odd feeling because there's almost a feeling of desperation there about forgiveness.
right.
Um, and he passed fairly recently, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so I feel like he's still kind of in this weird, yeah, there's still a lot of kind of confusion and disoriented a little bit, and not full clarity, but enough clarity to thank you, apologize, begging for forgiveness, taking responsibility on one hand.
Exactly. Right. Right.
Uh, yeah, so there's
It,
a
it,
lot
it
of,
is. There's a lot to this, and
yeah,
I
it
hope you.
runs really, really deep and long. Um, so what I'm getting is you need a complete change in your routine, just complete change. And maybe now I feel like it will be less scary, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Yep.
I, it's even though there's some pain there, I also feel like there's relief. And I feel like it's given you the opportunity to be less fearful, and everything that I feel is moving towards improvement for your life.
Right.
Are you dealing with some health issues?
Um. No.
Okay, let me see what I'm getting here. I just feel like I'm just feeling something almost in your chest and your lung area. So I don't know, have you been dealing with a cold or anything?
No. Not yet.
Okay,
That
yeah.
time of year, though, I have
Yeah,
allergies. I have
maybe.
allergies very, very bad.
Oh, I think it's connected to your allergies because what I kept getting is I feel like you need to find a different, maybe a different doctor that can help you with some of the symptoms. Um, I just kept getting like you need to go outside of your local area, and for you to pay attention to your dreams. Um, because I feel like there's going to be messages in your dreams for you. And I don't feel like you're sick, but there's something with the allergies that I feel like if you go out of town, out of your local area, you might find some sort of relief. And I don't know if maybe where you're living is causing part of the allergies. Um, Maybe there's some mold or something where you live. I don't know. I feel like you need to check into that. Um, and I've got 60 seconds left. Do you have any last question for me at all that I can answer very quickly?
Anything new coming toward me in the good?
I feel like a new job, and I feel like move. I don't know if you're traveling somewhere or moving out of the area that you're in, but I feel like there's going to be a change with some sort of job as well, and a change in your routine, and your finances are moving towards improvement as well. And you'll see all of that start happening once we get into 2020, from the beginning through to the summer. Well, I got to go, Sue. Thank you so much for calling in. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I hope that you all have a Merry, Merry Christmas, and I will see you the day after. Bye.